operation. But how did it become so famous in the first place? The M109 has a long and storied history, dating all the way back to the 1960s and being involved in many different wars.
This full-tracked, armored, highly mobile support weapon is found in units of the Armored and Mechanized Infantry Division.
Over the years, it has undergone several upgrades and improvements, resulting in many different models. Let's take a look at the M109's history and how it got to its highly acclaimed status that it holds today. This is how the M109 became a battlefield legend. The first model of the M109 was developed in the early 1960s.
The weapon is serviced by a crew of 10 and carries 28 complete rounds of ammunition.
Unsatisfied with the design of the M44, the US was left without a long-range artillery cannon during the Korean War. The US needed something with some range to it that could also hit like a brick house. Completed in 1963, it was equipped with a 155mm 39 caliber howitzer, a hydraulic rammer, and a manual loading system.
The projectile is rammed by a hydraulically powered system.
Its range was just about 14.6 kilometers.
It fires standard ammunition to a maximum range of 14,600 meters.
The M109A1 was introduced shortly after and saw action in the Vietnam War and was widely used by the US Army and Marine Corps. It introduced a longer barrel, extending its range to about 18.1 kilometers. The next iteration of the M109, known as the M109A2, was developed in the 1970s. It featured several improvements, including an automatic loading system and 50% more ammo storage. The M109A2 was used in the Gulf War and saw action in various conflicts around the world. In the 1980s, the US military developed the M109A3, and it featured even more improvements, including a new turret design and a more powerful engine. It was used in Operation Desert Storm and is even still in service in some militaries today. The M109A4 was developed just after the Gulf War in the early 90s and featured a new turret design and an upgraded hydraulic rammer. It was also equipped with an even more powerful engine. So powerful, in fact, that it actually allowed it to keep pace with advancing ground forces. And the engine would die far less frequently, making the M109 itself far more reliable for use. Moving forward into the mid-90s, the M109A5 was developed with a brand new loading system, a new powerful engine, and far improved armor protection, to avoid enemy electronic warfare and allow the howitzer to send and receive grid locations and altitudes to commanders on the battlefield.
Direction 2970, left 70, add 50, fire for effect, over.
The A7 model, meanwhile, which is the most advanced model yet, switches to an electric drive system over its previous hydraulic system, which allows it faster maneuverability. Its automatic rammer is improved and more reliable, allowing for a higher round per minute rate than the previous models. There are also some foreign variations of the M109 models. Take the K55A1 for example, which is South Korea's modified version of the M109, which incorporates much of the technology from the domestically made K9 Thunder. The M109 A6 Paladin and A7 also incorporate advanced composite armor that can withstand small arms fire and shrapnel. This added protection allows the M109 to operate closer to the front lines, providing critical support to ground forces. In terms of future developments, the M109 is expected to continue to evolve and improve. There are plans to upgrade the cannon to an even longer range. It can currently reach about 40 kilometers with the current 39 caliber barrel, but a planned barrel extension to a 58 caliber barrel will increase its range to over 70 kilometers. There's also some plans to improve the vehicle's armor and mobility, but not much information has been released by the US military. The M109 has some nifty quirks as well. One of the most unique features of the M109 is the ability for it to be airlifted by a C-130 Hercules transport plane. This allows the M109 to be deployed quickly to remote locations,